We are very glad that we have been joined by Dr. Amna Usman. She is an aesthetic physician and also happens to be a surgeon. Assalamu alaikum, madam, and thank you so much for coming to our show.
Thank you very much.
You're looking wonderful, alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much. It is always a pleasure being here on this couch.
Thank you so much. It's always wonderful to have you over here and to talk about, skin issues, and that too with the best in the country and all over the globe as well. So first things first, let's get started with what are the most common issues people come up with, when they come to you.
Like you're specifically talking about in winters or in summers or whatever?
In winters.
I mean, in winters, definitely the dryness is the major issue. That leads to, more of the eczemas, aggravation of psoriasis, aggravation of seborrheic dermatitis, because as he said, if very hot water is coming, and if you're taking shower daily, you can avoid that. But if you're taking shower daily with extreme hot waters, in case you have a gas, okay, then it's going to aggravate your issues.
Right.
So, these are kind of issues.
How to protect that in that case? Because obviously we can't.
I mean, if you talk about, or if you identify the issues, there are dryness issues, and then there are issues caused because of the dryness. Okay. So how to deal with that is, I mean, obviously the long showers aren't recommended in specifically winters, and not too cold and not too hot water is never recommended. I mean, lukewarm water, yes, is not recommended. Lukewarm water is what is recommended for the hair, and then generally speaking, when winter comes, we tend to take shower less frequently. That adds to the problems, because if you're not taking showers and if you're not washing your hair, your body will start being itchy because of the pH alterations, and if you're taking too many showers, that's going to rip off all the moisture content of your skin. So the moderation is the key.
Right.
So shower but lukewarm water, not too hot, not too cold.
And how to rehydrate your skin after the showers.
And people certainly will have different types of skins as well. So so how do you think that there's like one size fit all? Or do you think that everybody will have different things to do?
There are actually the general universal rules that must apply on all. But then specifically talking about the different skin type, then there are different sort of issues. I mean, if you're talking about the dryness, I mean, all skins will dry in winters. If you have too oily skin, it will get less oily. If you get the combination skin, it will get dry. If you have dry skin, it will get too dry. Okay, so the key will be with all of the skin type that don't wash too frequently, but wash at least once a day, and the water temperature is important. The choice of your exfoliants, the choice of your body washes, the choice of your moisturizers, the choice of your anti-aging creams, the choice, everything must change according to the winter.
Exactly.
According to the weather.
Thank you so much for talking about it, because I think that no matter what happens, how much we moisturize, how much we kind of shower with lukewarm water and do whatever is necessary, I think there's one thing which the skin will always be prone to, and that's aging. And
definitely.
Everybody's talking about this, and everybody wants to look young. At 70, people are like fabulous, and you guys happen to be the magicians after a long
True, and I really love that idea that Allah has chose this.
That's great. So let's talk about anti-aging as well. So you've actually kind of communicated with our audiences that what they need to do in winters to kind of moisturize their skin. But let's talk about aging as well. Because in winters, I think
the aging signs aggravate, yes, because the dryness leads to further wrinkle formation. The dryness makes your pores looks a little bit wider than they usually are. So the choice of your anti-aging creams and the choice of your anti-aging procedures must change with the weather. Okay, and the choice of your anti-aging procedures and your anti-aging products must change according to your skin type as well. Okay, and aging is generally harming every one of us. Mental aging, physical aging, and skin aging. Okay, so there must be a cool thing to help this out, and we have a lot of options with them.
For example, what are the options?
I mean that's just the wedding seasons was passing by, and the number of Botox treatment and the filler treatment we do in November, December is a lot more than we do in the other months, because one, because
of जो आंटियां नवंबर दिसंबर में लग रही हैं वैसे नहीं लगती.
Yeah, it's because the people globally travel to Pakistan for their vacations, and then obviously it's a better place to have our treatments done. It's price friendly, and Pakistan is otherwise price friendly in when you talk about the aesthetic treatments. And two, they're generally here for their weddings and stuff, and plus the winter makes their wrinkles more prominent. And then so when you
so do you think that we have like some creams for anti-aging? Is that the solution, or do you think is it the Botox treatment? What would you recommend?
Actually,
what is more helpful?
the world is progressing to a holistic approach now. Holistic approach means the aging doesn't come just on the skin. The aging starts from the uppermost layer of the skin till the bones you have. Okay, so you start losing the collagen from the skin, and then you start losing your underlying fat tissues, and then when the volume loss happens, your skin starts sagging more than it was just sagging because of the gravity pull, and then the bone resorption. So when you talk about the skin, the creams helps, but when you go for the underlying tissues, the cream can't help, because the cream cannot just penetrate underlying your skin issues. Okay, and then where the bone resorptions come, then you have to have some volumization treatments. So it has to be holistic approach. You talk about the skin, you can put up some nice AM PM routines. By the way, I have a YouTube channel. When I've mentioned AM PM routine, I've been making a lot of episodes and uploading for the awareness of our clients, because a lot of people come to us and then they have zero knowledge, or whatever they're doing is not appropriate for the skin type. So I thought of an idea that I must have a fairness channel for our clients, and probably it's one of its kind in Pakistan. Dr. Amna Skin ke naam se hai. We have a wide range of
but Dr. Amna,
options
sometimes we do have seen, and I don't think so, it's sometimes, a lot of times, especially with these celebrities, they take this anti-aging treatments, Botox and whatnot, and that goes horribly wrong, right?
Yeah.
We have seen that their natural beauty is just distorted in the process. So what goes wrong, and how careful one should be, and what is the role of an aesthetic physician in making
Actually, what is happening is the lack of awareness amongst our clients, and the growth of ill-trained aesthetic centers like a mushroom. It's a very rising field, and it's a widely developing field. But the expert hands are limited. Okay, so I generally comment on this like that: the right treatment for the right client in the right hand makes everything goes perfect.
Right.
The wrong treatment for the right patient in the wrong hand, absolutely blunder. Okay, so you have to choose, while choosing where you have to go for your skin treatment, you have to be very sure that you're visiting the right clinic. I mean, the trend now is happening. There's an investor who invests a lot of money, and then they hire some untrained metric pass, FSC pass bachiyan, and then they start telling them, then you have to sell it, and then they start selling the procedures in the packages. I mean, you buy 6 procedures from us, and then you just save this 20,000 money. Believe you me, you're not saving, because the amount of ruin you're gonna provide to your skin is gonna cost you a hell lot of money to fix it back from the expert hand, obviously.
Exactly.
So if you save money in packages, you actually are not actually saving money, you're actually wasting time and wasting money. Don't go for saving some 10-15,000 money at the cost of your own skin, because sometime you land in a problem that will cost you a hell lot of more money to fix it back.
So it's better to be safe. It's better to be safe.
And I think that's a wonderful advice, considering the fact that we have seen celebrities not just, so they have lots of money, and I think they're investing on their bodies, their physical bodies.
But I mean, everybody is a human being. They get attracted with saving 5,000, 10,000.
This is one thing which I would actually kind of, with a lot of confidence, alhamdulillah, I would want to share that. I think it's been more than 5 or 6 years that I've been going to Dr. Amna's myself. And it has been an absolute pleasure every single time, alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much.
No complications whatsoever, whatever treatments that I've gotten. And I think, I'm sorry I'm not asking you, but I think for everybody who's out there, if you're going to go give a reference for PTV World and World this morning, there will be some percentage of discount. What discounts can you offer?
So what I can
viewers?
do is, the next time I'll come up with the brochures, and you can just send it to your clients. And
not this time.
No. I mean, anytime anybody comes with your reference,
Exactly.
you're more than welcome. And we really take care of every single client of ours. बल्कि हमारे पास ऐसे भी हजरात आते हैं जो मजदूर हैं, and then they get the hair transplant, and sometimes ऐसे भी हुए हैं कि out of their excitement, I have paid their bills on my behalf, because I really appreciated that idea that there was a retailer that sabzi stall karta tha wo, and then he came up to me and then he's like, I just want to have a transplant, because I think I can't live like this for my life.
Wow,
that's
wonderful.
That's wonderful, but I think, Shahzad, we also need to be careful about our skin and in terms of what we eat, right? Because you are what you eat. So, Dr. Amna, how much your food is important in this entire equation if you want to have a healthy skin and you do not want to go to a doctor, right?
When you talk about the holistic approach,
yes,
it includes your diet, it includes your patience, it includes your behavior, it includes your exercise, it includes your sleeping habits, it includes your smoking and stuff like that. So holistic approach is all that.
So walk us through that routine, you know, a healthy routine.
I mean, if I'll just add, you know, if you're consuming too much of carbohydrates, you're you know, going to age fast, okay? You're going to look like you're 40 when you're in 20. So don't take a lot of carbohydrates and don't take a lot of, you know, I won't name, but don't take a lot of Kentuckys and pizzas and stuff like that.
Fast food, yes.
Fast foods, yeah. You know, try to consume a lot of organics, sabziyan, vegetables and
juices and nuts and
yes.
it needs to be in a mix as well. But very quickly towards the end, because we're very short on time, so we have before and after pictures of a few of your treatments that you've done.
Please
take us through as well. So Mr. Stan, can we please have the images on our screen for people who are out there, ladies and gentlemen?
And can you also explain the procedures, the treatments, and how long does it take, especially when we talk about Botox, because it's very trending nowadays. Every other person you see uttering this word Botox. What exactly is the Botox?
Actually, I have added these pictures because you know, you just mentioned there are a lot of bloopers happening on in the skin treatments. So I just want to you know, rebuild the trust of our clients.
So we have the under eye filler before and after. Wow.
I mean, generally, if you just pause this picture, generally what with under eye filler, what happens is if you just go to an untrained technician, what they're going to do is they're going to leave a green mark and hypertrophic jelly under your eye. I mean, a bump under your eye that is you know, green looking, and that stays for almost 1 year, 2 years, 3 years under your eye. So that happens if you don't choose your treating physician right. If you look at this picture on the right, the client has, or the patient has, a bit of discoloration around the eye and a bit of cavity, tear trough cavity. And if you look on the other picture, the after picture, it's very nicely filled. It doesn't look awful. I mean, it is not at all looking an overly done treatment, and it is not looking an underdone treatment. So if you're an expert hand, obviously that's the result how it should be. But if you know, go for a trial and packages and saving money, you know, under eye treatment is going to be an awful treatment if it's not in you know, trained hands. You know, the green discoloration under the eye.
Yes, and can we have some knowledge about the Botox treatments, because nowadays it's a very trendy thing, and what if it goes wrong?
I'll just add to it as well, that specifically if you're having, you know, periorbital aging signs, the discoloration, the wrinkles or the hollowness or the tear trough, you just don't have to jump over the filler treatment, okay? That's my 100% recommendation to everyone who's watching it, because 90% of the places where you go, you're having discoloration on the eye, you're having a tear trough, you're having the wrinkles. Every single person is going to recommend you go for a treatment under eye filler. This is not for the 100% clients who are having these sort of indication. There are other treatments that they can be a better choice. You know,
how do we differentiate?
As a layperson,
I mean, see, there has to be some expert who should be dealing with your skin.
Aesthetic physician.
Yes, I can't really, you know, recommend.
So you need to see first.
Yes, I need to see first. I mean, by seeing, we see a lot of things. I mean, the thickness of the skin, the amount of wrinkles, the age of the skin, the amount of work they do, the socialization they do, they're exposed to, the budget they have, you know, the frequency they can visit the clinic, from where they're traveling. So there are a lot of
So it's not that anybody who walks into your clinic that you are actually recommending them, you know, treatments or Botox or whatsoever. So you're like, okay, you know, let me look at you.
I mean, when you talk about the anti-aging treatments, obviously they're done by the doctors, and it is a health-related concern. You were concerned for, you know, your wrinkles. You were concerned for your wrinkles, and then you thought to be visiting someone. I mean, that someone should be, you know, somewhere where you can trust or leave your woes in their hands, because, you know, agar wo wrinkles, the treatment goes off. I mean, the brows goes down or the eyelid goes down. You'll be in a different situation.
But I think that the kind of magic that you guys are doing these days, I think in days to come there will be more of wedding seasons now. You know, imagine people getting married at 60 or 70 as well, because they look young and fit. I think that's what everybody would love to do as well. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, it is our humble initiative to make sure that everybody looks after their health, and most of the time I think that skin we do ignore, and I think that that's something that really needs to be looked after. It happens to be the largest organ of the body. If
And
there's
I
anything,
think yourself is the biggest investment that you can make, because it is always better to invest in yourself. It is going to repay. And thank you so much, Dr. Amna, for coming here.
And what you can do is, for all our viewers out there, that you can check out their YouTube, Facebook, Instagram pages, which goes with the name of Dr. Amna.
Yes, Dr. Amna Skin.
Dr. Amna Skin, and yeah, that's it. Other than that, we're in Islamabad, Pindi, wherever, they have multiple branches, you can visit them. And if you're going to say that we saw the show on PT World this morning, there'll be a special
We will
discount
definitely going to give you some better discounts.
Wow, that's wonderful. So thank you so much, Dr. Amna, for being with us.